I was out with a couple of friends recently and we were talking cameras and bird photography. One of the guys is wanting to upgrade his camera gear and he's on a budget like many of us. And we were discussing some different camera setups, and I mentioned that I had previously owned a Canon 7D Mark II. And this particular photo here that I'm showing you in the video was actually taken on that camera. If you have a look down the bottom right, see EOS 7D Mark II using the Tamron 150 to 600mm lens. Second hand, this is a very, very affordable option for anyone wanting to get into wildlife or bird photography, sports, etc. I loved that camera. The conversation kind of came around to the usual issue that many bird photographers in particular experience, and that is due to having to increase the shutter speed to capture the bird and get a sharp image, we inevitably then increase the ISO. Now this bird was shot at 1/1250th a second. A lot of guys are going to be working around the 1/2000th of a second shutter speed. I mean, I can say from experience that with my 7D Mark II, with 1/2000 shutter speed, my ISO was a lot higher. I would end up with pretty grainy or noisy images, combination of a little bit soft and noisy. I want to show you how with an older camera on a budget with the right software you can end up with outstandingly sharp, clear, clean images. So we'll take this one as an example. I'll just crop it down and just get the composition that I want, and happy with that. We'll just do that. Oh, and the other thing I want to mention is it doesn't matter what software you're using. I happen to be using Luminar AI here. I mean, you can see I've got Capture One, with the same photo open in Capture One. You know, you might be using Lightroom or Microsoft Photos, Apple Mac Photos, whatever it is. It really doesn't matter. And just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go back over here. Or whatever program you're using, you know, adjust your highlights and shadows, whatever you want to do with it. I recommend shooting in RAW. You'll get a lot more out of your photos if you do. I mean, if you shoot in JPEG, it doesn't matter. You can still make vast improvements to your images with what I'm about to show you. So I'm going to fix this image insofar as, let's just zoom in here. Okay, we've lost a bit of detail. See how soft it is around the eye and the feathers here? If you come over here, you can see how grainy this image is down here. Kind of stands out in this darker area. So we have this soft, grainy photo. Now within a few clicks we can end up with a pretty exceptional outcome. So I'll show you how to do that. Whatever program you're using, export the image to a TIFF format. TIFF, go for 300 pixels per inch. I'll save it in the same folder, save as TIFF. So now we have the raw or original image saved as TIFF. Now if you shot it in JPEG, just use the JPEG. The program I'm going to use here is Topaz Gigapixel, and it's a really simple, quick process. Let's say you've gone out and you've taken 100 photos. You want to optimize a handful that really stand out. You don't want to run all the photos through Gigapixel. If you're going to be uploading photos to Facebook, this is the workflow that could give you some great results. Look for the photo you've converted to TIFF. There it is. Open that in Gigapixel and you can move this little square around. And I'd like to show you just how within a couple of clicks we can convert this. So we're going to go scale 4 times. These are my settings. I'm using very compressed. Read the little square, and that's why. Select auto down here, and we just go down here and we update the preview. And I'm using a split screen here, so the view is split view. So this is the before, and look at the results here. Look how much detail this has recovered around the eye and around this section. Every time you move the image you have to update. Look at the difference. Let's just go over here now. I mean, look at the beak. And over here we can see in this darker area how noisy this image is or was, and you can see just how well Gigapixel has cleaned up any noise in the image. This is a remarkable piece of software and has really changed the game in a big way for me as far as being able to recover some of my photos. I couldn't be happier with the result. So then it's a simple matter, after we're happy with these settings, just simply save the image. Just save it as a JPEG in the same folder, click save, and with a couple of clicks this will process and we have a beautiful, sharp, clean image that we can share with our friends and family, or pop it on Facebook and share it with our Facebook groups. It'll tell you once it's finished processing, done, and you can just remove it from Gigapixel by clicking the little rubbish bin here. I'll bring it back. Okay, so then we go back to our software editing program, whatever we're using, and we'll find that if you're using Capture One, you've actually got to go to the library over here and synchronize, and that'll bring it in. Luminar, go to catalog, and there it is here. Double click that. That's my JPEG. We can see down the bottom here the renamed image. Just got to let that load. This takes a little while. There it goes. And then from here we can upload our photos. Now if you want to find out more about Gigapixel, there's a link in the description below the video. If you decide to purchase it, use the link and the promo code that's in the description, and you'll get a further discount on the price if you use my link and promo code. It's a win-win. I make a little bit of commission with my affiliate link, and you get the discount. And I mean, if you've got any questions or anything you want to add, pop it in the comments. I'm happy to respond. Check out some of my other videos. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and give me a thumbs up. Why not? So with that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.